We are now 1 day away from the Packers versus Lions game on Thanksgiving. It's going to be a massive game, should be a very exciting game, and I'll give my preview on that game in the next couple hours on this channel. I'll also give my reaction tomorrow on this channel as well, so feel free to subscribe if you want more Packers content. But let's go over the Packers injury report, the final injury report. We got a lot of information that we need to go over that is very important. First off, we'll start with Josh Jacobs, who missed last week's game. Emmanuel Wilson comes in, has an incredible day, going for over 100 yards. But Josh Jacobs is going to be playing in this game. He has no game status. He is cleared. He's good to go. He was limited all week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And so that is great news. It looked like that was going to be the case because late last week, Josh Jacobs did say that he's definitely playing, and it looks like there's no type of setbacks. It looks that way, and he'll be playing. So that is the first very good news. And I think for the Packers, even if Jacobs comes back and let's say he's not 100%, you have to have a lot more confidence right now in what Emmanuel Wilson can do because he played with incredible vision, even in moments where the offensive line broke down. Emmanuel Wilson is still able to get a lot of those extra yards. He's a strong physical back. And so the Packers have two backs I think they definitely can 100% rely on. And I also think Chris Brooks is talented as well. Now we have a lot of, there's so many injuries here on this Packers injury report today. 4 guys are going to be out. 4 players are going to be questionable. Not ideal. Here are the players who are out. You can see this here. Entire report. This is shared by Rob Demovsky on X. Carl Brooks is going to miss this game. Didn't practice all week. That could mean that Warren Brinson, who got 5 pressures in this game, this past game, which I broke down in a previous video, he may get more snaps in this one with Carl Brooks missing time. And those stats were from PFF. And then we have Javon Bullard, good to go. Edgerrin Cooper, good to go. Romeo Doubs, also good to go. Now here, 2 questionable. Matthew Golden, questionable. He missed this past week's game, and he may miss this game as well. If you saw my previous video, the Packers' different moves, the Packers did also add Will Shepard to the roster, wide receiver who's been on the practice squad, and so that seems to indicate that the Packers were dealing with different injuries at wide receiver. Nate Hobbs is going to be questionable. He has not played since week 9. Thankfully, Carrington Valentine has been playing incredible football. He has been very, very good out there at corner. And so I even think when Nate Hobbs is healthy, I assume and hope that Carrington Valentine will stay out there as the starting outside corner, along with Keyshawn Nixon whenever Nixon is healthy. Josh Jacobs, as I said, good to go. Jordan Love, good to go. He's fully practicing all week. Had that left shoulder injury we saw during the game. Love was handing it off the ball with his opposite hand. We'll see if that takes place tomorrow against Detroit. Not sure there, but at least he seems to be fine. And then Keyshawn Nixon is going to be questionable in this game with a neck injury. Left last week's game after running into Devontae Wyatt on the sideline. He didn't practice Monday on the day where they didn't have practice, but that was the estimation. And then he was limited on Tuesday and Wednesday, so there's a chance he plays. If not, it will likely be Kamal Haddon, who I thought played pretty good. He doesn't have a ton of experience here in the NFL, but he played good replacing Keyshawn Nixon. Then Jayden Reed is going to be out in this game. Unfortunately, he will not make his return tomorrow against Detroit. That's now been 2 games since he started practicing that he won't be playing in, so I would assume that he'll be back in next week's game, but we'll not get to see him here. Lucas Van Ness is going to be out in this game after returning last game, played about 6 snaps. It looks like he maybe had a setback, or clearly he goes from playing to not playing once again, so that's problematic. Hopefully that's not something that keeps him out for a long period of time because the Packers definitely need him there on the edge. Zach Tom, I skipped him on accident. He is good to go. Great news there. Quay Walker, questionable. He missed last week's game. He was limited all week long with a neck injury. Isaiah McDuffie did play really good football with Quay Walker down, and he was even, the guy with the green dot getting the calls from Jeff Hafley. And so thankfully, McDuffie was a solid backup. We'll see if Quay is able to go in this one. Christian Watson, good to go. Dontavian Wicks, also good to go. And Savion Williams is going to be out in this game. So the Packers still have a lot of injuries here at wide receiver. They do have plenty of them. And so even with Jayden Reed out, Savion Williams out, maybe Matthew Golden, I think they still have enough with Dobbs, Christian Watson, and Wicks. I think is still a solid wide receiver. So those are the Packers updates. We haven't seen the Lions haven't put out the updates yet as at the time I'm making this video. So we'll see what happens there. But that's pretty much all I have for this one. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe down below. Hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time.